Hey everyone. Happy happy spooky season. Today's video is very much so unscripted. But let's have a little chat. So, job market. No, but really, I've been wanting to make an open letter style video about something that really resonates with me and something that other people within my age group, maybe even younger, are experiencing. People that did everything that they were supposed to do. Like they went to school, got amazing grades, went to college, excelled in a major that at the time we were told was going to be a very profitable major, something that is in high demand. And at the time it was in high demand, but yeah. So my major, for example, was computer science. And admittedly, I didn't go major in it just because it was profitable. I just happened to coincide with things I was being told. I was always interested in computers. I was always interested in wanting to learn how to program so I can make my own game. And I figured, well, hey, if I already need the credentials to work in some of these software engineering positions, um, and I want to learn how to code, then hey, it's a win-win for me. Um, I had already began learning like bits of code on my own for free, and um, they just off YouTube and just trial and error from programs I saw. But ultimately, it just never hurts to have a little bachelor's degree under your name, especially since pretty much everything is asking for it. Now, game development doesn't always really need someone to have a bachelor's degree. Just more so if you're trying to apply to a company, they're like, hey, we prefer you to have this. But if you're starting your own or just making your own little indie game in your basement or whatever, hey, it doesn't matter. Just you can start right now without even having this. I just I wanted to hone my skills, and really, college is always supposed to be for specialization of certain skills and whatnot. So, for example, you want to be a teacher. Well, obviously, you need to go to school and be a teacher. Unless you want to just be a homeschool teacher, that's different. Um, I think that more so involves your kids and using certain programs. But like, let me be a doctor or a lawyer or software engineer, other things like that. You're gonna need to go back to school, specialize in a skill that you want to advance in. But what happens when you finish that and then this new lovely thing called AI just kind of swoops in and makes everything just a little just a little bit harder. Entry level positions are really no longer entry. If we're being honest, now like they're asking for things that junior level will be asking it. And at this point, you have two types of people. You have like people that's like actively seeking a job and feeling like failures because they're not finding anything, and then you have the other side that's like, well, it was easy for me to find a job, so maybe you're just not trying hard enough. And it's like you graduated in 2015. You have, even if you were to lose your job right now, you have a better chance of finding a new one. But for us, people in their 20s that played by the book, did everything we were supposed to do. And isn't even exclusive to like college kids. It's also people that just have their trade. You know, you're like, well, I'm not interested in any of the skills having to offer in college. I want to get a trade so I can get schooling over it quicker and head on work. Cool, awesome, let's do that. And, and things are still rough. I mean, ideally, if you're doing these things, like a trade, actually not even just necessarily a trade only. You could be doing this. You could be doing like a number of set skills from college for the low cost of nothing, running in your house, just running little ads. But there's there's a lot of advice that everyone's giving you. They're like, okay, um, go independent, run your own little company, offer a service that people are asking for. Like, okay, you do that, but you live in the wrong area. Cool. So what else do you do? Now all these skills are able to be remote. Like, sure, I could be a freelance coder. Okay, even though that field is saturated and a little, yeah, but and there's these other fields that people keep telling people to just do, like, hey, learn how to do X, learn how to do Y, and you'll make a lot of money. And then they go do that. And now they're just kind of stuck because they're like, well, I can't get a job at these companies. And I have listings online about my services and my rates, but no one's buying because you just live in the wrong area where no one really cares about that thing that I'm doing. So, what do? You know, you just kind of sit there and feel like, wow, I um, wasted time chasing something that was never really promised to me. Everyone kept saying it was guaranteed. We all remember it being in school, like, hey, go to college or get a trade and you'll make this much money. You'll make this much more money than someone that only went to high school. Yeah. So we're like, okay, obviously, I want to make the bigger bucks, live a better life, live in nicer neighborhoods, eat at nicer restaurants, have a nice car. And then you grow up, world starts to shift. The rules start to change. You start to see some guy that performs worse than you get a job because he just knew a guy at the company. And despite all your luck with networking, you can't find anything because your buddy got laid off, his buddy got laid off. All three of us are trying to figure out what to do next, or you graduate. No one in your immediate group has something in their field to help you out with. We're all just struggling. It's a sinking ship, and it sucks. But I guess I'm gonna make this video to say there's a way out. It's okay to rant. It's okay to complain. It's okay to feel all these nasty, ugly, painful emotions. But you need to remember one thing: you're not a failure. It's something I need to remind myself all the time. Every time I look up and see my computer science degree and just see the realization that I was unemployed for a year. I have work now, but it's not quite in the field that I went to school for, but it is still a field that I am passionate for. So that's a win on me. But that's not really a privilege that everyone gets. Like, plenty of people right now actually are just losing their jobs and they're having to downsize. There are people with PhDs on LinkedIn that can't find anything, and that's a very grim way to look at all this. But the key to it all is to just remember that you did everything you could, did everything, you prepared. You prepared all of your tools. You did everything that your war general told you to do. You prepared for this battle. You may have lost, but hey, there's the next battle. You'll probably lose that one too, or maybe you won't. Who can say? But what matters is you just gotta, I guess, keep trying. And I know, look, I get it. I was unemployed for a year. I get it. I know that no one really likes to hear the whole, oh, just gotta keep trying, One day, but you want that day to be the day, especially when you got bills due on the first, got groceries that need to be in the fridge, you got mouths to feed, whether it's animals or human babies, or other relatives that you may be taking care of. Something's always due at the end of that month, and that is why it's so painful to hear half of these advice. Keep trying. Okay, I'm trying. Burn myself out. Well, don't try it like that. Try it like this. I'm like, okay, I'll try. How many of us, let's all raise our hands. I can't see it, but I can feel it. Let's all raise our hands. How many of us have been told that we're going about job searching wrong? That we need to try things like catering your resume, going in and doing a firm handshake, calling when you haven't heard anything back, emailing me, haven't heard anything back. Follow up after an interview after like a week. How many of us have heard of those advice and more and then some and actually tried it and got nothing from it? You know, this video is partial rant and partial like, I hear you, I get it, we're all in this together. And what matters is we just keep trying, I guess, man. Like, our backs are against the wall. We did everything we're supposed to. You, me, him, them, her. Like the guy across the street that left the country to go get a degree and came back and can't find anything. You know, leaving the state, coming back, can't find anything there or here. You know, but the important thing is to just to take little breaks and, you know, realize that despite how messed up everything is, congratulations, you made it this far. You did it. And if you made it this far in the video, congratulations on that too. I'm not going to pretend I have like advice. I'm not going to pretend I have the key, the answer. I'm still maneuvering this. I don't know. The people that we can look to that are older than us, they don't know either. That they're, look, I have friends that have parents that are unable to find work right now, and they have been in these profitable industries for most of their lives. Got laid off, can't find anything. It's rough. But overall, I just wanted to make this video to say that you're not alone. You're not alone. You're definitely not alone. It's not just you. It's not just your subset of people that you're around. It's very much so tons and tons of people. We are all feeling this. It is a painful hurt. And we just gotta smile and keep pushing, you know. The second you give up, the second they win, you know, and that's how I look at it. That they can be whoever, your haters or detractors or yeah, anyone. Make up your own enemies if it means having some motivator to just keep it going. But yeah, just know that even if it feels like you wasted your life, just don't. You know, you did everything you were supposed to do. Like, they came to you and was like, hey, make sure you get good grades. I'm like, okay, you got all A's. Congratulations. Go to high school. Got all A's. Did extracurricular activities because those look good on the resume for colleges. Cool. College applications, not resumes. We go to college, extracurriculum 4.0. Maybe even do a little study abroad thing. Or maybe you don't even have a 4.0. Maybe you just got a 3.0, 3.5, you know, something. And this isn't any shade on anyone that got out with a 2.5. Hey, there are people working good jobs right now with a 2.5. So as long as you made it out, you know, that's all that matters. You made it out. You got that title. You got that paper. It's probably hung up. It's probably in the trash. I don't know. You do you. But you did it. You did it. They told you this is the script they handed us when we were like 4 or 5, 6. We followed it to a T. Not everyone to a T, but a lot of us followed it down to a T. We did everything we were supposed to. And then the world fell apart in like 2019. And there was like really no way to like well, there were ways to maneuver around it. Or remote classes, remote jobs. Yeah. But then things never really bounced back from that fully. Like, people say it has, but realistically it hasn't. What what stings so much is that and I imagine for you this probably also stings is because like you growing up you looked You looked at who came before you and they told you to work hard. Hard work gets you far. So you do that. And then years later, all that hard work amounted to nothing. You don't have that fancy car that your that your grandfolks have. Um, you don't have a nice cozy abode like your grandparents do. Okay, scale it back. Maybe parents. You still don't have the lifestyle they do. They don't even know what to do anymore. Like half of them, same boat as you, and the other half, they're just like, well, obviously you're just not trying hard enough, and that's probably adding to your frustrations. There have been plenty of people that crashed out or done worse because of just how things are going. And I don't know how it is in other countries right now. I can only speak for America. It's rough right now. I don't really know how it's going to be later. But all I know is that um, even if I can't offer advice, even if I can't offer much wisdom, I'm just gonna say I hear you. We all we're all going through this. So I think that's the end of this open note letter style video. If anything resonates with you and you watched it this far, just leave something that worked for you. It could be like success, or it could be your hobby that helped you stick it through. Just whatever worked. And I don't I don't know if anyone's gonna make it past like the 1 minute mark, but hey, that's okay. If this hits with at least one person, then hey, I'm happy for it. So yeah, next video will be a lighter note. More video game and random compilations with friends are to come. But just really wanted to get this one out because this has been a topic that's been stewing in my brain, and I figure if I could just pull on a microphone and just start yapping about how we're not failures despite everything on paper telling us we are, then hey, it comes out. So yeah, thanks for watching for whoever makes it this far, and thank you, and see you next time.